Hey rhythm guitar rockers, this is Mark Turco from rhythmguitarlessons.net, and today I have a video for you about how to make cool and unique sounds out of your electric guitar. So in this video I'm going to cover how you can get more sounds out of your guitar than just playing chords or single notes. They're kind of like sound effects. So I'm going to show you several of these, and then I'm going to show you how to combine some of these together to make these cool little sound effect type combos. And then I'm going to show you how to incorporate these unique sounds into your rhythm guitar playing. All right, so let's just start with the basics. Something that almost everybody probably does once they get an electric guitar and an amplifier with distortion. But the pick slide. So all we're going to do is take our pick, put it on the strings, and slide it. Now, nothing that special, but one thing I do want to point out to you is that depending upon the angle of your pick, you may get different sounds. It also depends upon the thickness of your pick, but if you just listen, you'll hear a difference between the sounds of the pick slide. This one is where my pick is going to be straight up and down. And then on this one, I'm going to angle it slightly. Straight up and down, perpendicular, angled slightly. When you angle it just a little bit, it seems to be a little bit more aggressive sounding, and you can really hear the edge of the pick rolling over the winds of the string. So you can do it fast or you could do it slow. Depending upon what kind of effect you want. So another cool thing that we can do is we can actually just simply slide our fretting hand up or down the neck going into a chord. No big deal. Nothing super special, but when we combine that with a pick slide, it can actually sound cool. And we could do the pick slide and the hand slide multiple times in a row before we get to whatever chord we're going to be playing. Very cool. We can go the other way. Now another thing I want to show you, which is pretty cool, I actually do use this technique, is behind the nut bends. So what I'm talking about is if you have this type of nut, not a locking nut, okay, you can actually bend the strings behind your nut. All you're going to do is play a note and bend the string. You could play a fretted note, you just have to come over with this hand to do so. You could do it with power chords, you could do it with single notes, you could do it anytime you want. Very cool. You could actually even start a note bent. I'm playing my low E string and I'm bending this, I'm pressing this string towards the headstock behind my nut. I'm going to play the note and release it. Again. Sounds like a song you might know, huh? Cool. So now, moving on to something else that's cool. In addition to doing that behind the nut, you can also take your pick, as long as you don't have a locking nut, and you can strum the strings. You get that pinging sound. Kind of sounds like the intro to Running with the Devil by Van Halen. You can also do it back here in between your saddles and your bridge, if you have this type of bridge. So another cool thing that you could try doing is you can actually try hammering on a note on your guitar, but hammer on and you swell up with your volume knob. You could do full chords, like I said, if you wanted to. Very cool technique, very cool, fun thing to do. Adds variety to your playing. Now, this next thing I'm going to show you does require a little bit of accuracy, but it's not totally impossible. So, you might be aware of harmonics on the guitar. Open string harmonics are typically harmonics that people learn first, but there are things called tap harmonics. It's not finger tapping, but what you're going to do is you're going to be tapping the string in a specific location on the neck, and you're going to create a harmonic. What you need to do is you need to tap the string that you want 12 frets higher than where you are. So if I take my finger and put it on the 3rd fret of my low E string, and then I tap the 15th fret of the same string, just tap it lightly, I'll get a harmonic. Now I can take the same idea and apply it to chords. So if I were to be playing a power chord on the 5th fret with my first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and then my ring finger on the 7th fret, and then my pinky on the 7th fret, what I could do is I can take any one of those notes that I'm playing and tap my fingers 12 frets higher on the same string. So, if I wanted to, I could just tap the root note. You don't hear that too well because the other strings are almost masking the sound. It's still there, but it's masking the sound. But if I were to take and tap on the other 2 strings, you would hear a difference. You could hear those notes. So, I'm playing the power chord down here, but I'm tapping on the 19th fret on my 2 middle strings. Now, we could do that with different chords, move them around as long as we're tapping in the right location. So here's a few different combos of the things that I talked about. You could use any kind of combinations you want. Here's just a few examples. I'm going to do a volume swell with a behind the nut bend. Very cool. You can also just try putting the combination of the pick slide and the hand slide together in between chord changes. How about if we do some tap harmonics on a chord and the behind the nut rake? So here are some examples of using this in a rhythm guitar type sense. I'm going to use different combinations of these things with different chords. I'm really not going to play anything super scripted, but I'm just going to show you how you can incorporate these in combination with chords and how it can sound for you. Let me know in the comment section what other topics you would like me to make videos on. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and set your notifications so you know when I create a new video. Remember, Always had fun with your guitar, and I'll see you next time. If you like that video, you're going to love this brand new e-guide that's totally free. The link is in this video's description, or you can go to rhythmguitarlessons.net/capital P, lowercase r, lowercase o.